Good morning, Council. I wanted to share with you briefly this very exciting week we had. We had a courtroom with Immergut, who used to be in the position of Amanda Marshall for the DOJ, which finding out that she was adjudicating Ben Pickering's police brutality case was overwhelming in itself, given the high level of her position in Oregon justice. The officers who testified about beating Ben seemed to have some training lapses regarding what a brain injury is, what the severity of it is, what a vision impairment is, what is a proper police patrol procedure. And they laughed and snickered, winced, a lot of facial cues to me that they were highly uncomfortable, or that this whole ordeal of our 15-month investigation has bothered them, possibly bothered their conscience or interfered with internal affairs, investigations, proceedings into their lives. I don't know if they've been demoted. They haven't been fired. What was fascinating was Stuart Palmater, who's been lauded by the mayor of Portland for talking people off of bridges, for having this incredible record of his humanity and his sensitivity in getting people medical care who need that. He said that he immediately found Ben, got an ambulance after the beating. Ben was wincing in pain and moaning in pain on a park bench, that it was not fitting for his brothers and sisters on the force to beat people and dump them on the side of the road, to be suffering their injuries. Stuart Palmater immediately called the DA, said that no charges should be brought. This was obviously a medical issue and that this person really needed care. The stringing up of Ben Pickering through the justice system reminds me of one of my favorite legal pieces, is Lawrence Lessig's article, Prosecutor as Bully. So when your prosecutor, in lieu of having maybe a really thrilling investigation in narcotics or human trafficking, decides to prosecute a disabled person for the symptoms of their disability, it really, to me, became an extravagant waste and a fraudulent use of taxpayers' money. But one good way to look at it is I tried to negotiate settlements. I tried to work with Glenn Benfield, who's been moved to narcotics, about the severity of the police brutality issues, the DOJ issues. Lee Wachowski was excellent fighting for Ben. And a lot of our familial and medical research really took time. So I think in terms of time for somebody who's being strung up through this Kafkaesque process, that's very critical when you're dealing with disability issues. In terms of gratitude, I think what was amazing is that while we have a lot of work to do, we had a very highly educated jury. And I think we owe that to some of the increasingly astute journalism that's going on, even from the Portland Mercury and from Max Bernstein, and that a lot of the reporting surrounding the DOJ case gives Portland a chance to shine as the model city, as Amanda Marshall recently stated. And I can't express enough gratitude for Judge Immergut for her sensitivity. Michael Richards threatened to kill Benjamin Pickering August 24th, and that put my family under an immense strain. My family has been incredibly stressed out by the police incompetence to deal with the stress they've put on us. And I think a lot of our stress would be mitigated by a more sensitive approach from the DA. And I think at this point, the DA is really confused about what their objective is in terms of fighting crime. So hopefully we've been able to provide some insight and observation about their internal mechanisms. And I'm glad Ben won his case, triple not guilty and one mistrial. Thank you.